Although it seems like Travis Kelce has been one of those guys for a while, the journey to this place has been anything but easy. And since it's not something that many people talk about, let's just get into this.
In motion, and Mahomes throws it that way, and there's Kelce to the end zone, and right away, Kansas City.
Out of Westlake, Ohio, Travis was born to good old Ed and Donna Kelce back in '89, and interestingly enough, is the younger brother of the super underrated Jason Kelce. Growing up, he and his older brother played pretty much any sport out there, and so going into high school at Cleveland Heights, Travis did his thing on the baseball diamond, basketball court, and of course the football field. Although he was a bit of a rascal off the field, when he was on it, Travis did his thing at quarterback as a 3-year letter winner for the Cleveland Heights Tigers, and as a senior, his over 2,500 yards of total offense earned him all Lake Erie honors. Even though he played well at quarterback, it wasn't 5 or 4 or even 3-star worthy to those on the next level. And so out of Cleveland Heights, Travis was a 2-star recruit with interest from schools like Akron, Connecticut, and Eastern Michigan. So the choice was made really easy once good old Cincinnati came into the mix, considering that his older brother Jason was already the starting left guard for the team. And so Travis took the trip to Ohio and decided to become a Bearcat. Since Travis was a 2-star recruit out of Cleveland Heights, a redshirt year was inevitable, and so going into the following season, I'm sure he was looking to prove himself after being that guy in high school. Although he appeared in 11 games, Travis was mainly just used for Wildcat sets, but in the limited time that Travis was in, he was still able to rush for 2 touchdowns on 8 carries and catch a single pass for an astounding 3 yards.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Going into what was his sophomore year, you would think that everything would be peachy keen, but remember how I mentioned that Travis was a rascal in high school? Well, he carried a bit of that to Cincinnati as a failed drug test kept him out of the season, although it was just some Mary Jane. Nonetheless, in 3 years with the team, Travis had next to no in-game action. So after the year suspension reality check, Travis was able to find his own at tight end the following season. And although he had only 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, it gave him some confidence going into what was his final year with the Bearcats. If Travis wanted to make the jump to the next level, it was on him to go off as a senior. And although it seems like the odds were stacked against him, and there was no chance that he could do enough in 1 year, my man was able to do enough and more.
You know? Kelce! Game's biggest play, 83 yards!
In his last collegiate season, Travis set career highs in pretty much every single category, as his 700 yards and 8 touchdowns earned him first team All-Big East honors, and upon that, winning the College Football Performance Awards Tight End of the Year award was able to put him on the map going into the draft.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Travis Kelce.
Sorry to stop the video, but since you're here, it would be radical if you could subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, and comment down below who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. But anyways, back to the video. Since he didn't get all that much action in Cincinnati, the fact that Travis went 63rd off the board was pretty dope. And so I guess the Chiefs saw something in the stud that no one else did. Going into that season, Kansas City hired former Eagles coach Andy Reid, and that move was a major reason why Travis got picked in the first place, considering that Andy drafted his older brother Jason while with the Eagles.
Philadelphia! You love the Philadelphia Eagles! Let me get a hell yeah!
Crazy enough, Travis's rookie deal was an astounding 4-year, $3.1 million, showing just how little the football world knew about what was next. But let's just say that a knee injury placing him on IR after playing only a single snap on special teams made many overlook the good old Cincinnati stud. Going into what was his first actual season with the Chiefs, you would think that it would be a repeat of his time with the Bearcats with a lackluster stat line. But interestingly enough, Travis was able to do his thing with about as many yards as he had his entire time at Cincinnati, with nearly 900 and 5 touchdowns through the air.
Smith on 1st and 10 from the 46, connects with Kelce.
To say that the performance was out of left field doesn't do it enough justice, because I don't think many even knew that Travis was even a thing until he started going off in KC. Although the performance seemed crazy, it wasn't anything new for someone who was a 2-star recruit out of Cleveland Heights, so I doubt that Travis gave much of a care, and so going into the following season, he was looking to kill it once again, and he sure as hell did.
Pass to the far side, complete. Kelce, inside the 25, the 20.
Travis pretty much replicated his first year stat line with 875 and 5 touchdowns, as he was finally able to get his kudos with a Pro Bowl selection in only his second actual season. Not too shabby for a kid out of Westlake, and once again following in the footsteps of his brother Jason, who made his first the year before. Nonetheless, things were going well for Travis, and they got even better as he signed a 4-year, $46 million contract extension going into the following season. Now that he had some money and some recognition, all Travis had to do was keep the momentum going. And he did a bit more than that, as his over 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns took it to a whole diffy level, as Travis went from a good tight end to one of the very best in the league seemingly overnight. The connection between Alex Smith and Travis Kelce quickly became one of the best in the league, although they weren't able to have all that much success in the playoffs.
Mariota to the line of scrimmage, maybe across the line. It deflects back to him for a touchdown.
Going into 2017, everything seemed pretty normal, and just like always, Travis put up 1,008 and once again made a Pro Bowl and yet another All-Pro team. But a little pickup changed the trajectory of not just Travis, but Kansas City as a whole.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes, the second quarterback.
Patrick didn't play as a rookie, but was able to earn the starting spot going into the following season as the Chiefs traded Alex Smith to Washington. Needless to say, things were changing quick, and I doubt many could have anticipated even a quarter of what happened next.
Keeps his eyes downfield and fires and and look at this! Kelce's in the end zone.
Patrick, Tyreek, and Travis combined for what quickly became the most dangerous offensive attack in the league, as the Chiefs were able to dominate the AFC and make their way to a conference title game against Brady and the Patriots. Although Kansas City was at home, going against the GOAT is never easy, and after going back and forth for 4 quarters, it got a whole lot more difficult. Rough enough, Patrick, Tyreek, and Travis didn't get a shot in overtime, as all they could do was watch as Brady picked apart the KC defense as he led the Patriots to yet another Super Bowl. Even though it was not the greatest way to go out, the fact that they made it all the way there on what was Patrick's first year as a starter made the future seem extremely bright, as Travis had the best young quarterback tossing him the rock. Going into 2019, the hype was real for a Kansas City team that was looking to make it all the way following a sour end to the previous season. And I would say that Travis did his part in that with his over 1,200 and 5 touchdowns, as the Chiefs once again went 12-4 and got yet another shot at the big game. Mahomes, Tyreek, and Travis were all on timing against Houston after a bit of a slow start, and once again made the conference title game against this time Tennessee.
He might go all the way. Nobody's going to catch him.
After what happened the previous year, this time around the Chiefs weren't looking to lose, as they were able to earn a trip to the Super Bowl in Miami in what was shaping up to be a great matchup against San Francisco. From the first till midway through the fourth, it was looking like the 49ers had the game in the bag, but over the next 10 or so minutes, Mahomes, Travis, Tyreek, and the rest of Kansas City did the unthinkable.
For the Chiefs that have not been able to taste this moment. This is picked. Chiefs are Super Bowl champions here in Miami.
Although Travis had been in Kansas City for 6 years, it felt like with Mahomes under center, the Chiefs were the new top dogs in the NFL. And Travis's play over the next 3 years reflected it, as he went from one of to the very best tight ends in football. Going into this playoffs, Kansas City somehow still had the number 1 seed, even though Tyreek left for Miami. And even though Jacksonville was coming off a ridiculous comeback against LA, Mahomes, Travis, and good old Chad Henne helped the Chiefs make their 5th straight AFC championship against Joe Burrow and the Bengals once again. We'll see what happens in that one, but if the game against Jacksonville is anything to go off of, Travis will be involved quite a bit. And I mean, last time the two matched up, he had 10 catches for nearly 100 and a touchdown, so I'm sure he'll do his thing once again. Travis looks as good as ever with Mahomes and the Chiefs, and although he's 33, it sure does look like he has quite a few more All-Pro seasons in him. I heavily doubt that any of those seasons will be anywhere but in KC, especially after Travis talked about on a whole lot of his career to the big guy Andy Reid, and I'm sure having Patrick under center doesn't hurt either.
And Mahomes steps up, throws to the back, touchdown!
I don't know if the Chiefs are going to beat Burrow and the Bengals, but no matter what happens, they've cemented themselves as one of the most dominant teams in the past decade, and I'm sure they will be there for quite some time. But anyways, what do you guys think? Is Travis Kelce the best tight end in football? Is he the best of all time? Or is he just in a good system? Comment down below your thoughts. Travis Kelce is one of the most talented players in the league, and his 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons proved that with flying colors, as Travis has helped redefine the tight end position, and I don't think he's slowing down anytime soon.
Mahomes, he's going deep downfield, wide open. Kelce's going to take it all the way.
By the way, if you haven't seen it, check out Jason and Travis's podcast, New Heights, because it's pretty dang good, and I think it helps you understand why the two are so successful. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, and comment down below stuff you want next. But anyways, see you all soon, and peace out.